Is life good or what? It is. Scan the room for a moment and see who's with you. In this most intimate setting where individuals pray together and meditate together, which is one of the most intimate things that you could participate with another individual, is to pray and meditate. So release a silent prayer on behalf of the beings that are here and that the beings that we have presenced via our love streamers. And just allow that prayer to come from your heart, that every being here that is, of course, the image and likeness of the Spirit, has a right and a reason to be here, will be set free to release their gifts, talents, and capacities on the planet. Now come just a little bit closer, if you will, and notice the being right next to you or right behind you or right in front of you, your choice. And look at that being and say, my. God did really good with you. You have no idea how beautiful you are. You're just beginning to realize how brilliant you are. You almost know how magnificent you are. But it's unlimited. There's no limitation on your brilliance. There's no limitation on the love that wants to flow through you. There's no limitation on the abundance and the creativity that wants to move through you. You can literally change the world. You can make a mighty difference. Let's love ourselves into great expression. Let's change the world together. For the better. In the here and now. Together. And so it is. So be it. Amen. Touch and agree. Give that hug, give that handshake, give that high five. That being that you're hugging. It's no accident that you're sitting next to them out of 7 billion people on the planet in all these countries and states. You're sitting right next to that being. And so it's significant, it's karmic, it's magnificent. And you've co-created a field of love and beauty and intelligence that is trumping the field of discord that emanates in the consciousness of humanity throughout the world, all the things that people are facing in the world. You have come in here and you are celebrating the divine presence and entering into a field of gratitude and thanksgiving for your existence, and entering to a field of thanksgiving and gratitude that the power and the presence and the love of God is not transitory, sometimey. It is the same yesterday, today, and forever. You are involved in this instant in a community that is emerging from a real sense of communion. Communion with the presence of God, communion with the presence of love, communion with the presence of peace and joy, brilliance, intelligence, and life itself. And as I like to say, communion cannot happen between things that are not the same. Water and oil cannot move into a state of communion. They will separate. But you can commune with God because your life is the life of God. Oh, say that. My life is the life of God. I can commune with God. My life is the life of peace. I can commune with peace. My life is the life of love. I can commune with love. And so this community is emerging from a communion with the presence that is the same yesterday, today, and forever. That is, it doesn't compromise nor contradict its nature. This presence is always being itself. And so we arrive here on the shores of agape to celebrate, to give thanks, and to be in utter gratitude, not begging God to give us anything, but to be in gratitude for that which is eternally being given. It's a whole different slant. It moves you from being religious to being spiritual. You're coming out of religiosity where you're praying to a God to give you something, and you're going into a deep spiritual communion where you realize it's already been given and that you've never been separated and can never be separated from the presence of God So you enter into this dynamic field of thanksgiving and gratitude so that your life can be an opening, a vessel, a vehicle, a channel, a place through which the good and the love and the beauty, the true, can express through you what? According to your unique pattern, according to who and what you really are, so that you are not trying to be anyone else. You must be you. The presence of God has never made a meaningless act, new members. The presence of God has never made a meaningless act. And so these beings, they're behind me. They got my back, you see. These are the new people who went through the new member indoctrination. I'm kidding. The new member awakening classes where they've discovered the integral aspects of the community, and they've said in substance, we're walking this path. We're making commitment to walk this path to our own self-discovery, to be of service, to take classes, to be a part of the community, to serve in so many ways. And so, though my back is to you, you're on the front of my mind. And so we're considering that this presence gets to express itself uniquely through us. So we are invited to be ourselves. We're not invited. We did not take an incarnation. We did not peer over into the promised land of the challenges of earth school and say, you know what? I want to be just like that person. I want to copy that person. I want to mimic that person. I want to walk lockstep in the society's bounds. I want to be in a box and walk in society's box and just have an incarnation until I die. No, you didn't do that. You looked over and saw the evolution of the species. You saw the birth of a new kind and just global society. And you said, you know what? I'm a unique being. I got a unique gift. I got a unique perspective. I got unique possibilities within me. They need me. You arrived on planet Earth because the world needs you to be you. And so you've arrived here because you have something that the planet needs. As we have taught over the years, the presence of God did not make extra people. It did not make extra soul. Oh, I made too many. Oh, Lord, what are we going to do? Recycle them. No. In the sphere and in the scheme of the infinite good, infinite possibilities, infinite potential, infinite abundance and plenitude, and all of the qualities that are sacred, never having a beginning and never having an ending. There are no extra people, no extra pieces. There is the presence of God that recreated itself in its own image and likeness and named itself you, so that you are needed at this time in human history to discover yourself and to release your gifts, as subtle as they are, as big as they are, as meaningful as they are. You're here to be yourself. Say with me right now that I'm needed. I'm needed by the universe. I'm needed by the planet. I'm needed by the cities. I'm needed by this world. And I am wanted. And I don't mean on a poster, a wanted poster. There may be a couple of you here, but we're not saying nothing. That's between you and the law. I'm talking about the universal law. But I just say I'm needed and I'm wanted. Now, that's a very viable way to wake up in the world, because oftentimes people are bereft and lonely and feel that they're separate and apart. But when you begin to understand that you are needed and that you are wanted based on the talents and gifts, capacities, and the brilliance and your uniqueness, you begin your day and you begin your week on a whole nother level of consciousness. Rather than going out into the world and hoping that you're needed or hoping to find your place, you already know it from the beginning. And based on the awareness that you're needed and you're wanted, you create a vibration that the universe creates a vibrational match for you, so that you end up in the right place at the right time to share who you are, what love and joy and peace and creativity you have to give, because you're now coming from an overflow in your awareness of being wanted and needed, rather than coming from a sense of lack and deficiency, looking to the world to give you something. The world only has one thing to give you, and that's an opportunity for you to express yourself. It doesn't have anything else for you. The world doesn't have anything for you. It only gives you an opportunity for you to express yourself and to deliver your gifts, talents, and capacities. So with the awareness that you're wanted and needed, we enter into the vibratory field of a divine companionship that is closer than we think. On two levels, this is true. One, it is closer than our thinkingness. Divine companionship, divine love, the presence of God, wonderful companion. You're able to be alone without being lonely. You're able to dedicate time in your spiritual practice where you are by yourself. You're not looking to be around people. You have to develop times in your day where you are absolutely, utterly by yourself, because to think you can heal loneliness with other people is like drinking salty water. You'll drink it, you'll still be thirsty. Other people can't heal your loneliness. Only your oneness with God consciousness can heal it. So you must devote time to be by yourself so that the companionship of the presence envelops you. And you begin to feel, oh my God, I'm surrounded by a presence. I'm enveloped by a presence. I'm loved at my core by a presence. And this trumps the thought forms in the mind. It is closer than your thinkingness. Those thoughts that emerge in the mind that you have but is not you, those thoughts, this presence is closer than that thought. Those presence is closer than your thinking. The presence is closer than the perception. The presence is closer than the experience that births itself from your perception. And so when you develop moments of sheer quietude, sacred silence, golden stillness, mindfulness, meditation, and prayer, you begin to discover that there's something about you that is magnificent. So that first level is that it's closer than you think. That is your thinkingness. And it's closer than you think. Meaning, we have a tendency, as we were born into this particular culture, to think that the presence is out there somewhere. And we're on a search out there to find it and to ultimately discover it. And it's closer than you think. And just as when you look out your rearview mirror on the side and it says objects in the mirror are closer than they appear, well, the presence of God is closer than it appears. It's closer than your breath, nearer than your hands and feet. It's a companionship. And I love the word this month, companionship, because it speaks to a personal relationship with the presence of God. We often speak of the universal spiritual principles of the law of mind in action and the transmutation of thought. And thought becomes a perception and becomes experience. And the universal law of a vibrational match will take your chronic thinking and produce experience and things of that particular nature. We speak of that quite frequently, and sometimes what's left out is our personal relationship with the presence. Now, when you begin to feel a deep sense of companionship with the divine and with the awareness that the divine is the all good, capitalized all good, beyond mere human good, merely what you want to be good, merely the patterning of your mind, what you think is good, but that which doesn't compromise nor contradict itself. When you begin to have a deep feeling tonality about this, it trumps and goes deeper than any affirmation you could possibly do. When there is a deep feeling tonality of your oneness with the presence based on your personal revelation of your oneness with God, you don't have to say another word. Systematically and automatically good flows into your life because you more than believe it. You're vibrating with it from your heart and your soul. And so it takes a level sometimes of deep devotion, heartfelt devotion of falling in love with this presence that you can't see with your eyes. Falling in love with this presence, not from I'm unworthy and I'm worthless, but from the presence of, oh my God, I'm in a state of awe about the brilliance of life, the miracle of life and love and the beauty. I'm in so much awe that it knocks me to my proverbial knees as an act of whole soul devotion and surrender to the presence. So there is a feeling tonality of such companionship, such being enveloped, such connection, that your silence speaks volumes. And the radiance of the good of God flows through you even when you're feeling bad. Flows through you even when your mind has discord. Flows through you even when your emotional body is off center. Oftentimes, your companionship with the presence based on your devotion, that light shines through anyway. And you think that everything is going wrong, but this light is bursting forward through you and bringing you into a higher level of coherence that you could not get for yourself because your imagination ain't that big. This presence, when embraced from a cellular level, takes over your existence. Closer, closer, closer than you think. And the compartmentalization of your lives begins to cease. Up to this moment, you may have times of thinking that you have this part of your life for yourself, this part for God, this part for your employer, this part for pleasure, this part for creativity, this, you may have it all broken down into different desperate pieces, but something begins to happen when you realize there really is only one life, and that life is God, and that life is your life. And that as you begin to see from that perspective, the compartmentalization dissolves, and you realize that every moment of your life, it can be a moment of worshiping the divine presence, where that they're not merely compartments, they are opportunities for the flow to occur. This is what we talked about a couple of weeks ago when we let Brother Lawrence be a very prime example. If you haven't read his book, Practicing the Presence of God, it's a good read. It's a good devotional read in which he says in substance, when someone asked him how he had moved into this lofty state of awareness, he said, I gave up all that was not he, meaning the presence of God, and I began to live in the world as if only he and I existed. I began to live in the world as if only God and I existed. So everything that I saw was God. Every person that I met was God. Everything that I did was for God. I began to live in the world as if only he and I existed. And the filter dropped. And the compartmentalization ceased. And when you read about Brother Lawrence, they speak about the fact that after a while there was no difference between his moment of prayer and meditation and his moment of work, his moment of cleaning up, his moment of doing business, his moment of washing dishes. They were all the same to him. So it wasn't like, oh, now I got to do the business of the monastery. Oh, now I get to pray. Now I got to clean up the kitchen. Oh, now I get to meditate. No, it was all the same to him. That compartmentalization dissolved, and he saw the face of the divine in the suds. He saw the face of the divine in the grime. He saw the face of the divine in doing business for the monastery. And then he saw the face of the divine as he prayed and meditated, but one wasn't better than the other. There was just an awareness of a deep sense of devotion and companionship that never left him regardless of the activity. So he was able to see and witness tremendous miracles in his life, of which he did not take credit for, but he bore witness to a life that was eternal, so miracles happened around him. He was in continual preparation for the miraculous. We want to be in continual preparation for the miraculous. We begin with an awareness that miracle is always happening. Your life is a miracle. Say, my life is a miracle. The fact that you exist is a miracle. Say, I exist, I am a miracle. I have life, I am a miracle. I am life, I am a miracle. And so the miraculous is happening everywhere. The fact that we exist, as our Native American brothers would indicate, is the first miracle. The fact that we even exist and the fact that anything exists is miraculous. And the fact that we exist with self-reflective consciousness, meaning we can think about what we think about. We can choose. We can create. We can consciously reflect the divine. We can represent the cosmos. We can represent the elegance of the universe. We can declare and decree something that is in the no thing and bring it into the something. We can take an act of creation and turn it into an act of creativity. Oh, that's a miracle. That's a miracle. And so we begin with the awareness in order to prepare ourselves for the miraculous, that we are a miracle and that miracles are happening all the time and that the presence of God is not changing up on us, is not a sometimey presence. It is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and is always being itself. As we use the analogy of the sun, it's not a sometimey sun. The light is always glowing even when the earth, a part of the earth, turns on its axis and it is dark. The sun didn't stop shining as the individuals who had myopic consciousness back in the day thought that the sun went out and came and went down into the earth, went down into the waters and things like that. They thought there was the sun was setting or rising, and we know those are wonderful poetic things to say. The sun rises and the sun sets. The sun ain't rising and setting. The earth is turning on its axis. The sun is sunning. The sun is sunning. It's doing its thing, you see? And as Jesus reminded us, the rays of the sun fall on the just and so-called unjust. It's just doing its thing, you see? And so in that same sense, the presence of God is guiding. The presence of God is being itself. The presence of God, the love, the beauty, the joy, the harmony, the peace, the brilliance, the opulence, the wealth, the abundance, the plenitude, all of these sacred qualities that human beings sometimes think of it in materialistic terms. We think of it in spiritual terms as abundance and plenitude and brilliance and light and luminosity. These qualities never stop being themselves, you see? And so we do not pray for God to give us blessings. We pray to get in attunement with God so that the blessings that are always flowing can flow through us. And we become the vehicles for it. So your first movement is miracles are always happening. And so therefore what begins to happen in the mind that's been hijacked by worry and doubt and fear and worst case scenarios, the mind comes into a balance and begins to think, you know what? Something good's about to happen. Something magnificent is about to happen. I don't know what it is, but miracles are happening everywhere. So it might as well happen through me. Something good is about to happen. And so you need to understand that the filter of transformation, when you begin to understand the miraculous is always happening and we live in a progressive universe that's never going backwards, you'll discover you'll have a different interpretation for some of those dreams that you have. When you're in the interpretation of dread and littleness and fear, you'll have a nightmare or a bad dream and you'll wake up and you'll say, oh my God, my world was collapsing. I felt like something bad was about to happen. I don't know what to do. I had this terrible dream. Well, you know what? The caterpillar had a terrible dream. My life is melting. It went to the caterpillar psychiatrist. What's wrong? I had this dream and my life started falling apart and I didn't know what was going on. Everything was disintegrating and I felt so bad. I think something bad's about to happen. Pray for me. And then the butterfly says, ain't nothing bad happening, fool. You're becoming a butterfly. Please. When you expand your awareness, progress is happening. From that little myopic space, oh my God, something bad is happening. Well, you know what? The angel of transformation looks like an angel or a demon based on what you're identifying with. If you're identifying with little world stagnancy and you want to protect your little life, it looks demonic. If you're saying, oh, I want to progress, I want to become more, it looks like an angel. The same angel of progression looks demonic or angelic based on whether you're holding on or letting go. You see? Holding on or letting go. Holding on or letting go. Same angel. Looks different. And so in the let go, we then come to stage 2 where we realize we have to be in vibrational integrity with the miracle. It's a vibrational integrity with the miracle. As you've heard Jack Nicholson tell Tom Cruise, you can't handle the truth. Listen, if right now all of those prayers you've been praying suddenly happen, you couldn't handle it. You might not be ready. Oh my God, oh Lord. My body, can't handle all that energy. Can't handle all that money. I can't handle all that love. Oh Lord. So you have to come into vibrational integrity with the miracle. You got to get used to good. You got to get used to love. You got to get used to peace. Your conversation has to change. What you discuss has to change. Priorities have to shift. You've got to come into a vibrational integrity so that on a physical level, a mental level, an emotional level, you can hold more energy. And this is why you do spiritual work, you see. Again, you're not trying to appease a deity. Well, look, God's seeing me, I'm praying. He's going to like me. You know, I'm eating vegan food. He's really going to do it. I gave to a charity. No. You do your spiritual practice to come into a vibrational integrity with yourself. It's a deep feeling tonality so that there becomes a vibrational match so that which is miraculous happening everywhere can now happen through you. And then you add the factor of every day in every way. Every day in every way, what you're doing matters. It's important. And you've heard me say this a few weeks ago when we were, I was kind of calling out the 6 people that go to Agape that still live for the weekend. There's only 6 or 7 of them, you know what I'm saying? Can't wait till the weekend, man, you know. When Friday comes, I'm going to be cool, you know what I'm saying? I got to get over the hump on Wednesday. They got 2 more days and then Friday! No. You don't want to waste 5 days of your life to live 2 days. Come on. 2 days? And you got, first of all, these days are all made up anyway. You know what I'm saying? But you want to move into the space, and it's a practice. Whatever it is you're called to do, that's the most important thing. And you bring your full attention to that, and you're not like, well, I'll be glad when I'm finished this so I can do that. No. As Brother Lawrence showed us, this dish that needs to be washed, this is my devotion to God. You see? This bed that I'm making up right now, this is my devotion to God. This driving on the 405 in rush hour traffic, this is my devotion to God. I can put on a CD. Take a breath, take a holy breath, take a breath, I can put on a CD from within. I can turn this time into an act of devotion, not anxiety. I'll be glad when I get there. I'll be glad when I get there out of this traffic. Listen, if you live in LA, you better stop that nonsense. That means you're spending an hour anxiety. You can use that time and be in whole soul devotion. Just get a couple of CDs out of Alice's Quiet Mountain Bookstore. No, but hear what I'm saying. Don't put your good into the future because you are preparing yourself for a miracle that takes a vibrational match. You have to be in vibrational integrity. And so if you keep going on and off with that feeling tone of connectedness, then you can't hold the miracle. The miracle is held because you have a continual awareness of that which is enveloping you, that deep sense of divine companionship. And therefore, beyond your imagination, more good can come into your life, and you are surprised, not that the miracle has happened, but you're surprised how it happened, who it happened through, the way it happened, because you had nothing to do with that, You think the miracle is going to look like that, and it's going to come from over there, and suddenly, wow, it hits you in the head, and it's coming from over here from this group of people, and you didn't even know what, and it's coming in so many different ways. You thought it was going to look like this, but it looks like this. It's like it blows your mind because what you want oftentimes is based on your past and your limited perception, and the miracle and the miraculous doesn't even care about your limited perception. It is outside of your present paradigm. It is outside of your present way of thinking. You've got a certain way of doing things. This is how you do it. This is how you're going to achieve it. This is how you're going to make it happen. And you want it. And when you come into a vibrational match and begin to get used to good, a vibrational match, preparing yourself for a miracle, a vibrational match of I'm having a deep feeling that it's good is happening, a vibrational match, then that which emerges can shock and surprise you because it is so much different than the way you thought it was going to look. The angels are surprised. You're surprised, you see. And so you want to live as if you are in preparation for a miracle. That's how you want to live your life, you see. And what happens is, in terms of the reptilian brain is so activated, the adrenal glands are so activated, and cortisol is so flowing through our body temple, we're in absolutely defense mode of any negative thing that could possibly happen. We're living more on defense than receptivity. It's mirrored in our society. So many people in prison, so many bombs being made, so much ammunition being sold. We're living more in defense than the availability of the great possibility. The availability of the great possibility. You have been duly appointed, anointed, and deputized now to speak about the possibility of not only your life, but the life of the citizenry, the life of the society, and the life of the globe. There needs to be some people rising up and talk about the possibility of education, the possibility of the legal system, the possibility of the justice system, the possibility of the world. There has to be individuals that are creating a potent vibrational match of possibility, and the language and the vibration that emanates from them will create the space. Just like Dr. King spoke about having a dream, and it was a vibratory feeling tonality of a world that works for everyone. We have to be so in integrity with possibility that we speak at that level. You've got to watch your conversations. You have to watch your discussions so that possibility is happening. And then you know what goes on? There becomes such a vibrational match and such a feeling tone of who you are, such an overflow, that you become big enough and vibratorily strong enough to be kind. Vibratorily strong enough to be patient and forgiving and loving. You can't do that as a weakling. If you're a miser with energy, you'll lose your patience in an instant. You'll be nasty and mean. It just means that you're bereft and you're wounded. Hurt people, you see. Woundedness, impatience. But you'll become big enough, full, that vibration. And you'll see that compassion. It's not something you strategically use as a manipulative force. It's an overflow of the overwhelming love of God. You can't help but be compassionate. You can't help but be kind. You can't help but be patient with individuals. And then when you find yourself falling and the woundedness is speaking, you get back on your horse, you do it again. You don't beat yourself up incessantly about it. You say, oh, God, that was a hurt personality coming forward. But I know who I am. And the largest, the miraculous part of you will be big enough. That's what the kind and just global society is built by kind people. Loving people, not manipulative, clever people, not smart people, not people with high IQs, but people with high AQs, availability quotient. People who are available to the present. People with high IQs built gas chambers in Germany. People with high IQs built nuclear bombs. People with high IQs built prisons. It's not about high IQ. People with high IQs are stealing things off the internet and using their cleverness to steal people's identity, you see. So it's not about just IQ. AQ. Are you available to the divine presence? You see, that's where it's at. I'll take AQ over IQ any day. You see, if somebody is available, they'll make something out of nothing. If somebody's available, they'll make a way out of no way. If somebody's available, art will be produced out of garbage. If somebody's available, resourcefulness and innovativeness will occur. And we'll become the social artist of our time. Available to the divine presence. I want you to know that if you live in preparation for the miraculous, if you come to an understanding that divine companionship is closer than you think, if that sense of oneness begins to take you over, in a moment you think not. In a moment you think not. There the presence is. In that moment, you're not even thinking, not even planning. Bam. Bless and multiply. The presence shows up in ways that you could never even imagine. This is our walk. As Dr. Holmes once said, the law, we know all about the law and how to use it, but now we can figure out about the law. We can come into a vibrational harmony with the word, the vibration of the spirit, become whole soul devoted to it, and the law will automatically work. You don't have to work it. Ultimately, it works you when there's deep surrender there. It takes you over, baby. It takes you over. It takes you over. So let's embrace a whole dynamic around surrender, and don't think it means acquiescing and just giving up. It means yielding to the greatest potential that's within you. It means allowing more good than you can imagine. Yielding to the good. I surrender. I'm wholly devoted to the presence. It's not out there only. Closer than my breathing, nearer than my hands and feet. It companions me. We begin to develop a personal, feeling, tonal relationship with it. We feel, oh my God, God is with me. Love is with me. Joy is with me. My angels are with me. My ancestors are with me. God is with me. I feel the companionship of it. It's taken me over. Even when the mental body is going crazy, when the emotional body is bereft of the spirit, when the physical body is decaying, I feel the companionship of the divine. I yield to it. This is not religious. This is spiritual. It's not reaching out to a God and asking for a special blessing. It is reaching in and receiving the blessing that has already been given. In other words, God is giving us everything. We must have the manners to receive it. You must have the good manners to receive what is being given. When you're putting yourself down all the time, it's bad manners for the universe. Have good enough manners to say, thank you. Thank you. The universe is trying to give you everything. Thank you. I receive it. Thank you. I accept. Thank you. Thank you. I receive. Thank you. I thank you. It's not the way I thought it was going to be, but thank you. I thought it was going to be okay. Thank you. Oh, more's coming. Oh, I see. I was only seeing through a glass darkly. Thank you. Oh, I was only seeing a little bit. Thank you. Oh, me, all of this. Oh my God. I thought it was just this. I wanted it like this. Oh my God. I was blind, but now I see. I think I'm just going to hang out in gratitude all the time now. Forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. I'm just going to hang out in gratitude and divine companionship. Oh, let us turn within in this moment and embrace the great possibilities. Let's rejoice in possibility. Let's rejoice in potential. In this vast sea of infinite good, why not good happening through us? this vast sea of infinite potential, why not have best case scenarios move through our mind? In this vast sea of infinite possibilities, why not prepare ourselves for the miraculous? This vast sea of infinite potential, why not stand in gratitude and say, yes, I am, yes, I can, yes, I am willing? Why not declare and decree that everything is working together for our good? Why not accept that all of our needs are met? Why not accept that everything is working together for the brilliance of our mind and heart and soul? Why not? There is no sufficient reason. There is no why not. We stand in it right now. And we become so grateful and so thankful about the possibility that our inner perceptual windows become so clean. Like Brother Lawrence, we just begin to see the face of God everywhere. In the garbage, we see the transmutation and new fuel. Everything that seems to be broken, we see the transmutation of a greater possibility. Oh, life. Oh, life. Oh, life. Oh, life. Thank you. Thank you, life, for being. Thank you, life, for being us. Thank you for trusting us with all of life and not just a piece of it. But thank you in your omnipresence for putting all of life in all of us. Thank you for putting all infinite possibilities within all of us. Thank you for putting great potentiality in all of us. Life has trusted us to such a degree that everything that life is already within us. Now we're learning to trust ourselves by embracing the fundamental gratitude and embracing the great possibilities that there's more to us than meets the eye. I speak the word for each of us that represents the one of us, that we may be free today, spiritually liberated, and that the abundance and the harmonizing prosperity, the health, the well-being, the joy, the love, the peace, the creativity, the innovativeness, the resourcefulness, the regenerative powers of God become so influencing us, so vibrating within us, that a whole new life is emerging, and we're not afraid of the decay of the old caterpillar. Oh, we embrace the newness of our life and say yes to life, yes to love, yes to peace, yes to joy, yes to power, yes to prosperity, yes, and we're so big and energetically that kindness is given by the strong. We become kind and create a kind and just spiritual community, a kind and just global neighborhood, a kind and just society, a kind and just planet. It's happening now through us. Oh, come on, Ricky.
It's eternal. It's everlasting. God's love enduring forever and always. Earth and heaven, my soul bears witness to what created all for love in the highest, greater than 1,000 sunsets.
Yes.
The universe just goes with the way that God goes, for God knows it is done.
Woo!
Flow with the way that God goes, for God knows it is done. Yeah.
Take the hand of the being next to you and feel how important that being is. That being is needed. That being is significant. And guess what? So are you. You're needed. You're significant. And together, we create a powerful blessing field for those individuals who have called our prayer ministry, those individuals who are working with our One from the Heart team. We bless them all. All the names that were called in the previous service are still in our consciousness.